My name is Ethan Graves, and I never believed the dead could speak until the night the morgue recorder said my name. I used to think fear had a sound, something sharp and loud like a scream or a crash. I was wrong, because fear can also sound calm, measured, and patient. That night started like every other night shift, quiet and dull. The kind of shift where time stretches and your thoughts echo too loudly in your own head. I remember thinking nothing ever happens in a morgue after midnight. I remember wishing something would happen, just to break the monotony. Be careful what you wish for. The recorder was sitting where I always left it, next to the stainless steel table. It hadn't been touched for hours. No one else was scheduled to be there. The building itself felt asleep. Then came the click. Not loud, not dramatic, just a soft, mechanical sound that didn't belong. The red light didn't turn on, the screen didn't wake up, but the voice started playing anyway. At first, it was buried under static. Then it became clear. Too clear. A man was crying, begging, saying things no dead man should be able to say. I felt my stomach sink before my brain caught up, because deep down, something in me already knew. This wasn't a recording. It was a message, and it was meant for me. I'd been working the night shift at St. Alden's morgue for almost 3 years. The job was lonely, repetitive, and strangely comforting in its predictability. Bodies came in, paperwork got done, drawers stayed shut. The dead didn't complain. The fluorescent lights buzzed constantly, like they were fighting sleep. The refrigerators hummed in steady rhythm, each one holding someone's final chapter. We used a digital recorder to log autopsy notes and observations. Doctors spoke into it during procedures. Then we archived the files. Simple, efficient, soulless. That night, I was alone, catching up on inventory. The last body I'd handled was tagged Michael Harlan, time of death officially listed as cardiac arrest. Middle-aged, no family present, no suspicious circumstances. At least, that's what the chart said. I zipped him in the bag myself, checked the tag twice, locked the drawer, moved on. When the recorder clicked on, I assumed it was a glitch. Old equipment does that sometimes. I didn't even look up at first. Then the static cleared, and the begging started. The voice cracked, sobbing, desperate. It didn't sound like a doctor. It sounded like a man who knew exactly what was about to happen to him.
"Please don't cut me," the voice said, shaking and breathless. "I can feel it. I can hear you." My hands went numb instantly. I stared at the steel table like it might move. "I'm not dead," the voice screamed. "I'm not dead yet." The words bounced off the tile walls and crawled straight into my skull. I took a step back, knocking into a rolling stool. My heart hammered so hard it hurt. Then the name came through the static. "My name is Michael Harlan," the voice sobbed. I swallowed hard. That was impossible. Michael Harlan was in drawer 3. I'd zipped him up myself. The recorder sat there, lifeless, dark, untouched. No blinking light, no playback indicator. Yet the voice continued. The tone changed. The fear drained away. The whisper that followed was slow and deliberate, almost curious. "Ethan," it said softly. I dropped the clipboard. The sound echoed like a gunshot. My breath came in short bursts. The whisper repeated my name again, closer this time, as if leaning in, as if standing right behind me. I grabbed the recorder and threw it against the wall. It shattered on impact, plastic scattering across the floor. The voice didn't stop. It moved. It came from everywhere at once. From the vents, from the drawers, from inside my own head. Then it laughed, a wet, broken sound that didn't belong to any living throat. "You hear me now," it said. You didn't before. The lights flickered violently, the refrigerators rattled, and then I heard it, a long, slow exhale. I turned back toward the prep table. Michael Harlan's body shifted under the sheet, just enough to be undeniable. The chest rose, then fell. The zipper trembled. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. The drawer behind me slid open on its own, metal scraping metal. The voice whispered again, "Your turn." And somewhere deep in the morgue, something smiled. I don't remember running, but I remember being outside. Cold air burned my lungs as I gasped for breath. The morgue doors slammed shut behind me. The building returned to silence. Security footage later showed nothing unusual. No movement, no sound, no recorder activating. The file for Michael Harlan didn't exist anymore. Not in the system, not in the logs, not on the intake list. Drawer 3 was empty, perfectly clean, like no one had ever been there. My supervisor told me I was exhausted, that stress does things to the mind. He suggested time off. I took it. I still hear static when my apartment is quiet. Sometimes my phone turns on by itself. Sometimes I hear breathing on the line, slow, patient, waiting. I don't work nights anymore. I don't work at the morgue at all. Some doors aren't meant to be opened, some voices aren't meant to be heard, and some people aren't as dead as they seem. So tell me this. Would you have stayed and finished the shift, or would you have run like I did? Because once the dead learn you can hear them, they don't stop talking. Drop your answer in the comments below. And if this story crawled under your skin, you're in the right place. This channel is where the quiet horrors live, the ones that don't jump out, the ones that whisper. Make sure you subscribe for more cinematic horror stories like this. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what comes next, because the recorder is still out there, and somewhere, it's still playing.